Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you guys doing today? I hope everyone is okay. Please click on the subscribe button and the bell notification so that whenever I upload a new video, you can always check it out. Yeah, today we are going to talk about forgiveness. What is forgiveness and the importance of forgiveness in our lives? Forgiveness is a conscious, deliberate decision to release feeling of resentment or vengeance towards a person or group who has harmed you, regardless of whether they actually deserve your forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting, nor does it mean condoning or excusing offenses. In the book of Matthew 6 verse 14 to 15, God says, if you forgive others the wrong they have done to you, your Father in heaven will also forgive you. But if you do not forgive others, then your Father will not forgive the wrongs you have done. In that same Matthew 18 verse 21 to 22, you can read it if you want. When Peter came to Jesus and asked, Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother who sinned against me? Up to 7 times. But Jesus answered him, I tell you not 7 times, but 77 times. If you, as a Christian, still bear grudge against someone, you are still safe, but you are out. We have 2 types of forgiveness: conditional and unconditional forgiveness. In the context of conditional forgiveness, before forgiveness can be granted, the offender must take certain steps and meet before he or she might be forgiven. This type of forgiveness is applied to humans. For example, when somebody offends you or does something that you felt that is very bad to you, you said, before I forgive him, before I forgive her, she must kneel down and beg me, she must suffer, she must cry, she must do this, she must do that, before I forgive her. If she didn't do this, I'm not going to forgive her. I cannot just forgive her so easily. But in the aspect of unconditional forgiveness, the victim can forgive independently of the behavior of the wrongdoer. This is the type of forgiveness God has for us. Whenever you feel that you have sinned against God, you always go to God easily and say, Father, please, I know I have sinned against you. Have mercy upon me. But very difficult for us to have mercy upon others. Now, why is forgiveness necessary in our lives? Forgiveness is very, very essential in our life. When we hold on to hurt, pain, resentment, and anger, it harms us far more than it harms the offender. It frees us to live in the present. It allows us to move on without anger or contempt or seeking revenge. It lets us gain our personal power. Our anger, regret, hatred, or resentment towards someone means that we are giving up our power to the person. Forgiveness brings you back to good and mental health. The system of the body responds to negative emotions, affecting the immune system in ways that would blow your mind. Releasing those emotions is the cobwebs so that you can see the good again. When you forgive, you will be able to see the good qualities in the person who hurts you. My brethren, forgiveness is very, very necessary, especially when you claim to be a Christian. If you want your prayers to be answered, if you want to be in good terms with God, you have to let go. And besides, When you harbor grudges in your heart, your heart is always heavy. Whenever you see the person that you fear that hurts you, your heart flips. You will not be comfortable. Everything around you, around the environment, including the people within that place, be you. But when you live a good life, when you free, that is, when I mean free, I mean forgiving, because once you forgive, you have freed your mind, you have freed your heart, you have freed your entire body from the bondage. When you free, you live happily with others. I know it's very, very difficult because I was once a victim. Yeah. Before, I find it difficult to forgive others. I will always say, I use this adage that people always use, over my dead body will I forgive him. But yet, when you want to pray, you say, God, have mercy upon me. You know, even in our last prayer, God said it. Before you ask God to forgive you, you should also forgive others. That is a simple mathematics, but very difficult to implement. I know we are human, there is blood flowing in this vein, but we have to let go. That is, if you claim to be a Christian and you want to be at peace with God, you want to make heaven, you have to let go. Don't count, don't judge. Don't say, do you know the gravity of do you know the gravity of what he did? Why should I forgive him? I will never forgive him until I die. Don't use such words. Because we always, if God starts counting our sins, none of us can stand. But because God is love, that is why each time we ask him for forgiveness, he does that. But let us learn how to forgive. Let us forgive, and it shall be well with us. I promise you that if you let go of that grudge you have against your fellow human being, it may be your friend, it may be your relative, anyone, you will live happily and you will make heaven. And whenever you know the most important of forgiveness, if you forgive others, you always get something from God. Whenever you ask of him, he will always give it to you. So let us forgive and live happily and free, especially our heart. This heart, you are loading in grudges. You might probably develop heart attack if you don't offload it. Let us live happily. And next time we are going to talk about ways to forgive. Stay tuned until that. But I promise you that once you forgive, just let go. Let go. It will be well with you.